Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Frank from Truth No Chaser, and you have stepped into another episode of Frank Sports Bar, where you can get your sip on and your weekly dose of sports all in one place. Y'all see me rocking the fedora today? Yes, sir. That's because today's topic is for none other than my man Cam Newton. And we are entitling today's topic, I Don't Give a Cam. That's right. Because I don't give a cam what y'all say. Cam Newton will not be unemployed for much longer. I don't give a cam what y'all say. There's a few quarterbacks out there that should know the struggles of finding a job, and Cam should not be one of them. You got your teams out there that's in search of quarterbacks right now. You got the Chargers that just let old man Rivers go. He's in the Colts right now. You got the Patriots let veteran Tom Brady go ahead and part ways. You know, he's with the Bucks. You got the Texans that should be looking for a quarterback pretty soon. I'm pretty sure of that, man. Deshaun Watson keep dropping them hints that he's out of here. But how quickly we forget, man. How quickly we forget and we start questioning other people's talents. You know, for prime example, I'll give you one. I know you're going to shrug your shoulders or grimace your face a little bit when you hear this, but my man Colin Kaepernick, right? You know, turns around an organization, takes the league by force, and he's just as talented on his feet as he is with his arm. Nobody knows what to do with him. You know, he's talented force, and all of a sudden we're questioning their abilities, we're questioning their talents. Take them to the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden we forget that how good they were. And I know people say, that was the past. Can he still do it? Does he still have it in him? And I know this is a what have you done for me lately type of industry, type of business. But those are questions that the quarterbacks of old get asked. The people that have been in the league 14, 15 years, 16 years with one organization, or maybe even bounced around, he say, does he still have the juice? Eli Manning comes to mind. The Giants just parted ways with him. Got a young new talent in there again, Phillip Rivers, another one out of there. Look at Big Ben. Big Ben been with the organization how many times? When's the last time he been to the Super Bowl? When's the last time Aaron Rodgers been to the Super Bowl? So like I said, those questions get asked later on in the career. But Cam is only in his 9th year. You understand? And now, I know here's the thing. When you look at the 9-year career, I know the Panthers record is going to say that they've only had 3 winning seasons with Cam under the center. But that doesn't exactly kill my argument just yet. It doesn't kill my argument, because you got to bear in mind that football is the ultimate team sport. With the exception of Agent Steve Smith Sr., Cam really hasn't had the best receiving core to work with his whole career. So he's kind of been making chicken salad out of chicken shit pretty much the majority of his career. So to question if he's done, the question of does he still have it? Can he get it done? Can he win? Honestly, the answer is yes. With the right weaponry, the answer is yes. Cam can get it done. I mean, let's look at the resume. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's a national champion with Auburn. NFL Rookie of the Year. 2015 Most Valuable Player of the league. And speaking of the 2015 Most Valuable Player of the league, let's go ahead and dissect that impressive 2015 MVP season. He loses his number 1 receiver, phenom, wideout out of Florida State. You got Kelvin Benjamin, who was projected to have a monster year that year, but pretty much had a season-ending injury, so he had to do it without him. And the analysts all said that Carolina was about 7-9, 8-8 at best. But instead, they have a franchise record winning season, 15-1, and a Super Bowl appearance. Now, might I remind you, we're only 5 years removed of that. That's not that far. So I understand he had the little shoulder injury and stuff like that, but to keep the question is, Cat, like, can you still get it done? Man, listen, that's preposterous, man. Get that man a job. What I like to see personally, I ain't gonna lie to you, I like to see Cam down here in Atlanta. Bring Cam down here in Atlanta. I know there's some things that have to be shuffled around. I know Matt Ryan's under contract, but listen, y'all done bust y'all cherry, Matt Ryan. Y'all done did as good as y'all couldn't do with Matt Ryan. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all gotta reach y'all peak with him. So restructure his contract, do whatever you gotta do, get him up out of here. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, like just like the Rams did Todd Gurley. They, you know, he was under contract, but they parted ways with him, which is ironically on the Falcons right now, Todd Gurley. So just imagine Cam Newton, Julio Jones, Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley. Them boys a ball. And they to be honest with you, not only would they ball, they would turn up. They would turn up for the city, man. They would make this culture like the dirty birds are old, man. That whole, remember my man back in the day, the whole Deion Sanders era, Andre Rison and all that. You know what I'm saying? They would have this city lit. They would rally behind them, and then maybe Cam could give them what they call a hometown discount, being that he's from here and stuff. You know, that's what I would like to see. I like to see Cam turn up here in Atlanta. You feel me? But that man should not be unemployed too much longer. That's the bottom line. Now, on to my next topic. On our show, if you're a fan of the show, you probably caught it before. When I do my segment, I have a portion of my segment called Call a Cab and Bibulous Pick of the Week. Now, Call a Cab is basically when you see that person at the bar that's doing way too much and had way too much to drink, get them up out of here. Call them a cab. They need to go. Now, Bibulous Pick of the Week is the very opposite. Bibulous Pick of the Week, that's the drink champ, the hero that can drink everybody up under the table. So, without further ado, this week's Bibulous Pick of the Week, y'all hear the beat? Yeah. This week's Bibulous Pick of the Week is my man, Coney Island, Brooklyn native, none other than Stephon Marbury. Stephon Marbury, we all know him for playing 14 seasons in the NBA, then moved his career overseas where he became a legend in China. But I want to recognize Stephon Marbury for what he's done off the court, man. And that is, Stephon and Chinese suppliers have reached an agreement that would deliver 10 million N95 medical masks to hospital workers and first responders that are directly handling the coronavirus pandemic. Now, we all know through the news and other sources of media that New York leads in numbers in confirmed cases of coronavirus. So, and by far, so this is a much needed donation, I should say, from my man Stephon Marbury. Always putting the best foot forward. He always been a stand-up dude, even when he was trying to find a more feasible way for youth to have basketball shoes, even back in the days when he did that, man. So he always been a stand-up dude. Shout out to Stephon Marbury, man, and thinking about what's real out here, thinking about the people. The masks usually go for about $8, but he's trying to get it to sell for $2.75. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make that happen. So again, shout out to my man Stephon Marbury. And that is my Bibulous Pick of the Week. I want to remind you guys to check us out at thetruthnotchaser.com. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at truth_no_chaser. Excuse me, truth_no_chaser. That's our IG account. I also want y'all to follow my homegirl Ashley, the other co-host, at AC Speaks 42. And like us on Facebook at Truth:*No*Chaser. Excuse me, Truth:*No*Chaser. And that'll wrap it up, and that'll do it for Frank's Sports Bar this week. The bar is closing, and I will hope to see you again next week. Shout out. Peace.